I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Out.
Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to DK Metcalf. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, Orbit.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Set 50, plant. 59. I got you, pump. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got time to get it.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Bravo. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Oh, yeah, pump. Deuce.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Check 59. Watch the run. They're running it. Check 52. Smith. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Big grip. Big grip.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe...
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. As the Ravens push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Let him know. Tighten up.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
82.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
And the Jaguars 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the curl. He's checking. Crash. Mike. Two jet. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Ready to break.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Here we go. 30 base.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Pollard again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, check 20.
They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, Pollard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent during the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Now Wentz being chased out left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Check. Crunch. You go tight. You got tight.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Again, it's Wentz. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First down, Jacksonville.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
50 seconds, Mike. Come on, let's go.
First and 10 at the 48.
On first down, Pollard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To throw on second and 10. Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Wentz. He gets this one to Garcon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On third down, here's Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run now with Peyton. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Trying to run for it with Pollard, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively. And
one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Pick me up. Here we go. Showing it.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And some room to roam now. 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Peyton. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go, baby.
And they take a knee.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.